Many candidates walk into a Big Four Audit Associate interview thinking that they're about to be tested primarily on accounting knowledge. However, in reality, that is only one small piece of the evaluation process. What employers are really looking for is trying to determine whether they can trust you to work with sensitive financial information, identify issues others might miss, communicate professionally with clients, and remain organized under tight deadlines. Technical knowledge can be taught, but professionalism, critical thinking, and attention to detail are much harder to develop. This is why the interview is truly designed to assess. Hi everyone, my name is Varsha, and I will be going through more information about this role and how you can ace that interview. Additionally, I will show you exactly how you can do that with MYLS interview platform demo. A Big Four Audit Associate plays an important role in helping organizations ensure that their financial statements are accurate, reliable, and compliant with accounting standards. On a typical day, audit associates review financial records, perform audit testing, analyze supporting documentation, identify discrepancies, prepare audit working papers, communicate with clients, and collaborate with senior team members throughout an engagement. While the specific tasks may vary depending on the client and industry, the goal remains the same: gathering evidence and evaluating whether financial information can be relied upon by investors, regulators, and other stakeholders. Whether you are applying straight from university with no professional experience or bringing internship, co-op, or entry-level accounting experience, employers are looking for someone with same core qualities. They want to see strong analytical thinking, attention to detail, communication skills, teamwork, professionalism, and a genuine interest in the audit profession. In this video, we'll break down exactly how to prepare for your interview, what employers are looking for, and how you can stand out for other candidates. Before you begin practicing interview questions, it is important to understand exactly what the employers are looking for. Start by carefully reviewing the job posting and paying attention to the skills, responsibilities, and qualifications that appear repeatedly. For Big Four Audit Associate roles, you will often notice keywords such as attention to detail, teamwork, analytical thinking, communication, client service, financial reporting, professional skepticism, and problem solving. These recurring themes often provide a foundation of the interview questions you will be asked, so understanding them will help you prepare strong examples from your own experience. Once you understand the role requirements, spend time researching the firm itself. Go beyond the company overview page and learn more about the firm's audit and assurance services, major industries that they serve, professional development opportunities, company values, recent business initiatives, and investments in technology and innovation. Understanding how the organization operates will allow you to tailor your answers and demonstrate genuine interest in the firm. Finally, conduct a quick audit of the accounting and audit industry. Spend 15 to 20 minutes researching current trends affecting the profession, such as artificial intelligence in auditing, increased use of data analytics, ESG reporting requirements, regulatory changes, or cybersecurity risks. Bringing one thoughtful observation into the interview can help you stand out. For example, you might say, "While preparing for this interview, I noticed that many firms are investing heavily in data analytics and AI tools to improve audit quality and efficiency. It seems that auditors today need to combine strong accounting knowledge with technological skills to deliver more valuable insights to clients." Comments like this demonstrate curiosity, commercial awareness, and understanding of where the profession is heading. Although employers do not expect entry-level candidates to be experts, having a basic understanding of the tools and concepts used in auditing can help you appear more prepared and confident during the interview. Microsoft Excel remains one of the most important tools in auditing because it is widely used for organizing, analyzing, and testing financial data. Power BI is becoming increasingly valuable for visualizing trends and identifying patterns within large data sets. Enterprise resource planning systems such as SAP and Oracle are commonly used by large organizations to manage financial and operating information. Making familiarity with these systems can become beneficial. Audit-specific software such as Caseware helps auditors organize working papers and document audit procedures, while data analytics platforms like Alternex are increasingly being used to automate testing and improve efficiency. In addition to understanding common tools, it is helpful to be familiar with several key audit concepts. Materiality refers to the threshold at which an error or omission becomes significant enough to influence a user's decisions. Audit risk is a possibility that an auditor may issue an incorrect opinion on financial statements that contain material misstatements. Internal controls are the policies and procedures organizations implement to ensure that accurate reporting and reduce the risk of errors and frauds. You should also understand the purpose of the main financial statements, including a balance sheet, income statement, a cash flow statement. Familiarity with accounting standards such as IFRS or GAAP is important because these frameworks guide how financial information is prepared and reported. Finally, professional skepticism is a fundamental auditing principle that requires auditors to maintain a questioning mindset and critically evaluate the evidence they receive. Remember that employers are not expecting perfection, they simply want to see you have taken the initiative to understand the profession and are ready to learn. One of the most important qualities employers look for in the Big Four Audit Associate is attention to detail. Auditors work with large volumes of financial information, and even small mistakes can have significant consequences. Employers want candidates who can carefully review information, follow procedures accurately, and identify inconsistencies that others may overlook. If you do not have professional experience, you can demonstrate this skill by discussing academic projects, research assignments, or situations where accuracy was critical to achieving a successful outcome. Candidates with internships or co-op experience can provide examples of reviewing reports, reconciling information, or ensuring that the quality of work was completed. Another critical competency is critical thinking. Auditors spend much of their time evaluating evidence, investigating unusual findings, and determining whether financial information makes sense. Strong analytical thinking helps auditors identify risk and uncover issues that require further investigation. Even if you have worked in accounting before, you can demonstrate analytical thinking through case studies, research projects, business competitions, data analysis assignments, or situations where you solved a complex problem. The key is to explain how you approach a situation, evaluate the information, and reach a logical conclusion. Communication skills are equally important because auditors interact regularly with clients, managers, and colleagues. Successful audit associates must be able to ask effective questions, explain findings clearly, write professional emails, and communicate complex information in a way that others can understand. Many candidates underestimate how important communication is within the audit profession. Whether your experience comes from customer service, volunteer work, student leadership, internships, or group projects, employers want evidence that you can communicate professionally and confidently in workplace settings. Teamwork is another competency that appears consistently in a Big Four audit associate job. Audits are highly collaborative, and associates frequently work with seniors, managers, partners, and client personnel throughout an engagement. Employers want individuals who can contribute positively to a team environment, support colleagues, and work towards shared objectives. Even with accounting experience, you can demonstrate teamwork through academic group projects, student organizations, sports team, and volunteer initiatives or part-time employment. Focus on how you contribute to the team's success, manage challenges, and worked effectively with others. Finally, employers place significant value on time management and organizational skills. Audit engagements often involve multiple deadlines, changing priorities, and periods of increased workload. Strong audit associates know how to stay organized, manage competing responsibilities, and maintain quality under pressure. Candidates can demonstrate the skill by discussing experience where they balance coursework, employment, extracurricular activities, internships, or volunteer experience simultaneously. Employers are looking for evidence that you can prioritize effectively and remain when faced with multiple demands. One common concern among students and recent graduates is that they lack direct accounting or audit experience. However, employers are not evaluating candidates based solely on job titles. They are evaluating skills and potential. A group project can demonstrate teamwork and communication. A research assignment can demonstrate analytical thinking and attention to detail. A part-time retail job can demonstrate professionalism, customer service, and accountability. A leadership role in a student organization can demonstrate organization and responsibility. The key is to focus on skills that you have developed, the actions you took, and the results you achieved. By connecting your experiences and the competency required for the role, you can present yourself as a strong candidate regardless of the level of professional experience. Now let us walk through what this looks like inside the interview stimulation on MYLS. Here I will show you exactly how to use the MYLS interview platform to practice for a Big Four Audit Associate interview. All you have to do is start by searching up MYLS interview on Google, click on the first link, and sign up using an email ID. Once you're successfully signed up, click Start Interview and choose a career that you want to practice. Today we'll be doing the Big Four Audit Associate interview. MYLS asks that you set up both your camera and microphone. Once that's complete, you're ready to start answering your practice questions. This is how your interview will be structured. MYLS gives you exactly the same number of questions and format that you'll expect on your actual interview. These include some being video-based. For video-based questions, MYLS looks at your facial features, expressions, and the way you overall express yourself. This is a real interview stimulation built around 4 areas: foundational accounting and audit understanding, audit workflow and execution, teamwork, client interaction and professional conduct, and judgment under pressure. The exact questions rotate each time, so the goal is not to memorize answers, but to understand how to approach each type of question.
Choose one line item from a balance sheet and explain what could cause it to be misstated and why an audit team would care about that risk.
Now let's walk through these practice questions. The first question evaluates whether the candidate can explain the core accounting and audit concepts expected of an entry-level Big Four audit associate and connect them to real engagement work. It tests how well the candidate understands financial reporting basics, audit objectives, and the practical meaning of risk evidence and material misstatement in client environments. Interviewers use this step to analyze whether the candidate can operate from a reliable technical foundation, absorb coaching, and make sound early stage judgments. Strong performance indicates readiness to contribute to walkthroughs, testing, documentations, and financial statement analysis without relying only on memorized academic definitions.
What would make documentation useful to a senior who has to review your work quickly during a busy period?
The second question evaluates whether the candidate can translate technical understanding into depictable audit execution. It focuses on how the candidate approaches assigned procedures, organizes work, documents evidence, and follows methodology under normal engagement constraints such as deadlines, review notes, and incomplete information. Interviewers use this step to determine whether the candidate can produce review-ready work papers, manage priorities, and move tasks forward with the right balance of independence and escalation. Strong performance shows the candidate can handle day-to-day execution demands of an audit framework, maintain quality across multiple tasks, and support seniors and managers with accurate usual input.
Describe a time you kept a project moving by taking initiative without overstepping. How did you judge what action was appropriate?
The third question evaluates how the candidates work with engagement teams and client personnel in situations that require professionalism, responsiveness, and sound interpersonal judgment. It tests the ability to collaborate across levels, handle feedback, build productive working relationships, and maintain audit objectivity even when conversations become uncomfortable. Interviewers use this step to assess whether the candidate can contribute positively to team execution, communicate respectively, and protect work quality through dependable behavior. Strong performance indicates the candidate can operate effectively in the relationship-driven reality of Big Four audit, where success depends on coordination, trust, timely follow-up, and professional conduct under routine pressure.
If a teammate suggests skipping a small documentation step to save time because the file is already close to complete, how would you handle that situation?
The fourth and final question evaluates whether the candidate can make disciplined decisions when audit work becomes ambiguous, high pressure, or more complex than expected. It focuses on identifying when issues may indicate broader risk, how to investigate effectively, when to escalate, and how technology or analytics can strengthen execution. Interviewers use this step to assess maturity of judgment beyond basic task completion, including how the candidate responds to exceptions, changing facts, and competing priorities during live engagements. Strong performances show the candidate can protect audit quality, think beyond a single work paper, and contribute to smarter, more reliable assurance work in modern data-supported audit environments. After each session, you get a full report with an overall score and question-by-question feedback so you know exactly where you are strong and where to improve. You can redo the stimulation as many times as you need, and every time you do, your answers get sharper and more natural. By the time you walk into your real interview, you will have already said your answers out loud multiple times in a realistic setting. That is the difference between hoping it goes well and actually being ready. Ideally, you can see what the program is looking for so that you are able to become an ideal candidate. Additionally, MYLS highlights your activated ability with character traits and how you did in reference to them. This shows you exactly what you did well and how you can change things up for your actual interview. Knowing all this is one thing, but saying it out loud under pressure is another. Most candidates read interview tips but never actually practice speaking their answers, and that is exactly where they lose confidence in the room. That is why we built MYLS Interview. It's important to understand the STAR method, which is one of the most effective ways to answer behavioral interview questions. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. First, briefly explain the situation you were in. Next, describe this task or challenge you needed to address. Then, explain the specific actions you took. And finally, conclude with the result of your actions and what you learned from the experience. Tell me about yourself. Make sure to keep your answer professional and focus on your education, relevant experience, and interest in audit. I am currently completing my degree in accounting and have developed a strong interest in auditing through my coursework and group projects. During university, I worked on several case studies that required analyzing financial information and identifying risk. These experiences strengthened my analytical skills and attention to detail. I'm now looking for an opportunity to apply those skills in a professional environment and continue learning from experienced audit professionals. Or you can say, I recently completed an internship where I supported the finance and accounting team by reconciling accounts, reviewing financial records, and assisting with month-end processes. Through that experience, I enjoyed working with financial data and identifying discrepancies. Combined with my academic background in accounting, it confirmed my interest in audit because I enjoy understanding how businesses operate and helping ensure financial information is accurate and reliable. Another common question is, why do you want this role and why do you want to work at our firm? Make sure to connect your interests and career goals to the firm's reputation, training opportunities, and client exposure. I'm interested in audit because it combines analytical thinking, problem solving, and business exposure. I enjoy working with data while also collaborating with clients and team members. I'm particularly interested in your firm because of its reputation for professional development, mentorship, and exposure to clients across multiple industries. The opportunity to learn from experienced professionals while building technical and client-facing skills makes this role very appealing to me. Tell me about a time you had to manage multiple deadlines. This question is another common question you might get asked. Make sure to demonstrate your organization, prioritization, and accountability. During my final semester, I had 3 major assignments and 2 exams scheduled within the same week. I needed to ensure that all deadlines were met while maintaining strong grades. I created a detailed schedule, broke larger tasks into smaller milestones, and prioritized work based on deadlines and complexity. I also set aside dedicated and study blocks each day and regularly reviewed my progress. I submitted all assignments on time and achieved strong results across all courses without missing any deadlines. What is your greatest weakness? This is also another common question you might get asked. Choose a genuine weakness and demonstrate how you actively are improving it. One area I've been working on is being overly focused on details. Earlier in my academic and professional experiences, I sometimes spent too much time perfecting smaller aspects of a project. While attention to detail is important in audit, I've learned the importance of balancing accuracy with efficiency. To improve, I now set clear timelines, prioritize high-impact tasks first, and regularly check my progress against deadlines. This has helped me maintain quality while working more effectively and efficiently. At the end of the interview, you will almost always have the opportunity to ask questions, and this is your chance to demonstrate curiosity, professionalism, and a genuine interest in the role rather than simply gathering information. What type of industries or clients would an audit associate typically have exposure to during first year? How has technology and data analytics changed the way audit teams operate within the firm? What are some of the most common challenges new audit associates face when transitioning into the role? How are junior team members supported while working under CPA designation? And what skills or experiences have you helped audit associates progress successfully within the firm? The night before your interview, take time to review the job posting one final time. Revisit your STAR examples, research the firm's recent initiatives, and prepare several thoughtful questions for your interviewer. Make sure that you can clearly explain why you are interested in audit, why you want to work for that specific firm, and how your experiences connect to the skills required for the role. Get a good night's sleep, plan your interview attire in advance, and avoid cramming technical information at the last minute. If your interview is virtual, test your camera, microphone, internet connection, and interview platform ahead of time. Join the meeting a few minutes early, ensure your background is professional, and maintain eye contact by looking at the camera when speaking. After the interview, send a thank you email within 24 hours. The most effective thank you emails do more than simply express appreciation. They reference a specific topic discussed during the conversation, such as client industry, a team initiative, or something the interviewer shared about their experience at the firm. This demonstrates genuine engagement and helps make your message more memorable. Before your actual interview, continue practicing with MYLS interview stimulation, as you can refine your answers, strengthen your delivery, and build confidence in a realistic interview environment. Successfully landing a Big Four Audit Associate role comes down to three things: preparation, performance, and follow up. Preparation means understanding the firm, the audit profession, and the skills employers are looking for. Performance means communicating your experiences clearly, using structured answers, and demonstrating professionalism through the interview. Follow up means reinforcing your interest through a thoughtful thank you message after the conversation. Master these three areas and you'll significantly improve your chances of standing out from other candidates. Good luck with your Big Four Audit Associate interview, and we look forward to seeing you succeed.